So welcome to Church Central Cloud. In this video, I would show you how to schedule your church services through the Church Central Cloud platform. At this point, I suppose that maybe you have curated your church account and you already have your login details. If you haven't done that, you can head on to churchcentralcloud.com, create an account, and then from there you're able to curate a profile for your mission, your church, your organization, and you're able to also see your dashboard. So this is a dashboard for Grace of God Mission, which we'll be using for today's video. So to create your church services, head on to operations on the left sidebar, click on operations, and then click on service and attendance. So once you click that, it will take you to the service dashboard. So here you will see the different services that has been curated, and you can add a new service. So let's start by clicking add service. When you click add service, it opens this window for you, and this is where you can start by selecting existing service templates, or if you don't want to use that, you just want to create a new service. So let's start by creating a night vigil service. A night vigil service. And this night vigil service is on Friday, the 26th of December. You want to hold a night vigil service, and that night vigil service starts at 10. Let's say at 10 p.m. And then ends the following morning, say ends on the 27th, 4 a.m. You can take that 4 a.m. in the morning. Sure. That gives you the night service starts from the night video service starts from 10 p.m. on the 26th and ends on 4 a.m. on the 27th. Now, if you want to add another service, so this is usually important or useful if you have Sunday services that run 2 or 3 services on a Sunday. For a church like that, then you can add more than one service here. But in this case, I'm just adding a night video service. Okay. Now, the venue is the main church here. Now, if this night video service is recurrent service, which means you have this Friday services every Friday night or every week, then you can click as recurring. Okay. And once you click recurring, it gives you the field to select when this runs. So this runs every Friday. Okay, we'll select that. And then the end date is optional. If you want to set an end date for this, you can, but in this case, we don't want to do that. Okay, now, once you have done this, then you can add your service. Okay, you can add your service. So this is the night video service now. Then what we can do is, after you've done this, you now go to service planning. So service planning is where you plan the sequence of activities on that night video. So you come to service planning, you see other services, so just go to the one you're looking for. That is your night service, night video service. And then you begin to add the item. So first of all, you want to have your opening prayer. So you want to add opening prayer here. And that opening prayer maybe is for 10 minutes. Okay, you add it. So that is done. Now we want to add ministers to this activity. So you click here, and that gives you the row. So here, this is an activity that we need a pastor to carry out. Then assign member for this. So in this case, you click that. That gives you the names of pastors, and you select one of them, the one that you have chosen to do that activity, and then that is done. So this is done. The next thing you do is that you add the next item. Click add item. Then the next thing is worship. So you want to do your praise and worship night, worship session, and that, so you want to do that for 55 minutes, and you add that. Okay, once you add that, then you can now assign a role to the praise and worship session. So this is a worship leader assignment, and then you can select the name of the person who would do that in here, and then that is done. Then you can add the next one, add item. So here we say scripture reading. So Bible reading by the youth. Maybe you say it's 10 minutes. Yeah, you add that, and then you can assign the role. This is youth. Yeah, you can if you want, you can select the order, and then put in select the youth that you want to do that, and then that is done. And then go back, add item. So this is prayers. Prayer session 1, 25 minutes. You add that. Okay, prayer session 1, 20 minutes, add that. Then you want that to be the prayer leader. Then select the name, and then put a note here. Maybe you want to have some verses of the scripture you want to be read, or some prayer points that you want to add there. You want to add that there as well. And then the next thing is you add another item. Say you want to go to the message. Yeah. So this is Pastor's sermon. Pastor's sermon. Yeah. Do that for 2.5. Yeah. You can say that is for say, okay, 55 minutes. Yeah, so add that, and click on this three dot button. It gives you the sermon. The role is the pastor. Assign the pastor to it, and that. So this is how you create the order of service. Okay, from opening prayer, praise and worship, and that. Now you can, once you're done setting this up, then you can view so you can view the order of service. So you can see everything you've done is now curated here, and you can go ahead and download this order of service. So just click download. Yeah, so there we go. It opens, and there you see that is the order of service we just created. Grace of God Mission service plan night vigil on the Monday, 22nd of so this was created on this date, yeah. So, but that is not the date for the service itself. So you can change that. And then this is order of service: opening prayer, praise and worship, Bible reading by the youth, prayer assurance, pastor sermon, type, duration, who is doing that, then put any note you would have put in. So, and then you can go ahead and print this off and then share with your team. The other thing you can do is that you can as well print this directly from the dashboard here, to send to the printer in your office if you have, or send to WhatsApp. You can share it as well through email, or share it to a WhatsApp group. And so this is how you create your service plan. You can do it for your Sunday service, you can do it for Tuesday Bible study or Wednesday Bible study, prayer meetings. You can do it for any service at all. Okay, and remember, this is recurring service. Now, the other thing you can do is that you can save this as a template. So once you've created this, so that you don't start again and again anytime you want to have a night video service. So you can just save this as a template. Just click save as template and name it night video service template. Yeah, and save as template. Okay, yeah, save as template. Now once this is saved as template, then you can always view it on the template tab. So you come to template tab, you see the night video template here. So in the future, if you want to create another night video service, all you need to do is to come here and edit it. So assuming some of the activities have changed or the order of service have changed, you can move things up, or you can add a new item. Yeah, a new item here. The title, select the role, and then do add that. And then you can change the time. Yeah, you can change the time. Then you can put your multiple services here. So they can always update that, and you can also view this template. You can download it, you can share it, you can edit it, you can duplicate it as well if you want to. So now let's go back to the service card. So this is a night video service card, and one of the things that you want to do during your services is to take attendance record. And once you've taken the attendance record by counting, then you can enter the attendance record into the system here. So, and to do that, you come back to the service card here, and then click edit. Okay, so once you click edit here, you can enter the number of men. So assuming you have 200 men in the service, 350 women, 100 children, 100 children, say 50 youth, 10 newcomers, and say 5 converts. So this may be a very big church anyway. So this is already 700 members. Very big church. If you just maybe you don't have a big church, you just have like say 70 men and 150. So you can put that. And once you've done entering that, so it's important that you change the date. So you need to the date for that service is the date is important. So first of all, set the date before you enter the numbers so that it doesn't go away. So let's enter the 70, 150, 100, 50 youth, 10 newcomers and 5 new converts. Okay, so that is on the 26th. And once you've done that, you save. Yeah, now you see the numbers here has changed. So now we'll have the record of the men, women, children, and all that in this place. Okay, so for each service on this night vigil, you want to record the attendance. All you need to do is to come here, select the date for that night vigil, assuming for the next vigil, which is on the 2nd of January 2026. You select that, and then you put in the number. Say you have 75 men, 156 women, then you have, say, 120 children, 70 youth, 20 newcomers, and 10 converts. Okay, you put that this on the 2nd of July, you save that. Okay, you save that. So that gives you that. So you can always check the dates that you have. So here is 26th. That's what happened 26th. You can save that. You see that's the 26th. You can check what you have on the 4th of the 2nd of January 2026. Then you have that. So this is very important that you always enter, because this will feed into your attendance dashboard, which we will touch on later on. Now, if you want to have real-time head count of the people coming into the building during the service due to security concerns, or you just want to have an accurate count, then all you need to do is to click this QR code. Okay, generate this QR code and just place it by the door on the print paper. And once people are coming in, they can use their phone, scan this QR code, and sign themselves in as either members or visitors. And even if someone does not have a phone, there could be someone just sign the person in. So if you want to have a controlled as a count of the number of people in the building at a time, you can use that, and then the numbers would automatically be uploaded in here. If you also want to also control the number of people, that can be maybe the capacity of the building is 400, and you don't want to exceed that, then you can also use that to real-time manage the capacity constraints that you have. And where that becomes visible is that once you do that, the number of the members of the church that is available will all be marked as present in this automatically as they're scanning. So you don't need to do anything. This will be done automatically as the members check themselves in and indicate their name. If they are not members and they're visitors, that is fine. It will not indicate here, but you'll have the full full count. Okay. Now the other thing you have in here is that you can also add this to the calendar of your calendar, Google or Outlook calendar. But this is just Snack calendar. That is an internal calendar on this service dashboard, which is here. So you can see the calendar view. So you can click the calendar view, and this calendar view shows you the points where you have services scheduled. Now this is where we have service scheduled, which is on this 26. So you click that, you see there is a service here, and you can click that and you can see that service and the attendance. So if you want to see other services, click that, and then you see other services that are planned in different dates. Okay. Now let's look at the auto sign function. Now the auto sign function is a feature that allows you to automatically assign roles to the ministers in the church when you set it up. So the first thing you do is that when you come to your service dashboard, this would be checked off like this. So you need to turn it on. So when you turn it on, it will give you this feature. And what you need to do is, first of all, create a pool. So a pool is like a group of ministers that are meant to perform certain role. For example, you have the pastoral pool. So you can create a pastoral pool where you aggregate all the pastors on duty. So like here, I've created one, but I'm going to create that again. So so this is where I have pastor on duty. Yeah, pastors on duty. So this is pool for pastors, and here I'm saying that the maximum assignment per pastor in a month should not exceed 4. If you want it to be 3 or 2 or more than 4, 5, you can just change that. Okay, but leave it at 4 for now. So you say create pool. So I've created this pool as pastors pool. Okay, you can create pool for prayer leaders. Yeah, prayer leaders pool. Okay, so in this case you want to name this role as prayer yes, for prayers. Yeah, name role for prayers. Okay, now once you've done that, you can as well select this, then you can create that. So you see we've created pastor on duty pool and the prayer leaders pool, okay, for prayers. Now the next thing you do is you need to assign the ministers into this pool. So which means you go here, and then you see these are different ministers that have been assigned into this. So but let's go to pastors on duty here, so which is one we created now. So in this case you need to select the members who are assigned as pastors. Here you add, that is Calvary Dawn added, Emmanuel Simon add. So I've added those 2, and then you can schedule their availability. So yeah, so you can here Sunday service is available. So what happens is that you can first of all schedule the availability of this Calvary Dawn. So assuming he's not available on Sundays, you can just turn it off. This one available on Sundays, but if it's available, yeah, you can turn it on, and then you can add slots. So if someone is not available on Fridays, so you can come that and select Fridays not available. So you add that. So that means that this person is turned off on Friday, so it's not going to be scheduled in the system. So if you have Tuesday services and some ministers for some reasons are not available on Tuesdays, and that person is Calvary Dawn, all you need to do is to come here and then select Tuesdays not available on Tuesday. So the system knows that this minister Calvary Dawn is not available for roles on Tuesdays, and then you add that. So automatically you see that now we've configured is available on Sunday, and available on Tuesday or Fridays, and then once you've done that, then you can close this. Okay, then you can do the same for other ministers here. Emmanuel Simon, you can do the same, and once you're done with that, then you close that. And you can do the same for the prayer pool as well. Now, what this does is that it looks at the auto assignment process. So in two ways. The first way is it just rotates the assignment from one minister to another minister, does not look at their load schedule in the platform. But if you want to use load balancing, which means you want to use the load assigned to each minister as the basis for allocating the roles for each of the service, then you select load balancing. So this becomes important because when you go into the counseling section, so you still have these ministers are all involved in counseling. So the prayer request, the service request that comes from members. So you could see that it becomes important that the system automatically sees when there is a burnout among a minister, and then you're not able to, so you're not assigning roles to a minister that is not available, is not able to carry it out. Yeah, so sometimes you have system assign task to the minister, maybe to follow up, and repeatedly that minister, that worker is not responding to it. So the system picks it up and makes sure that you're not assigning roles to a worker, a minister that is not available or is not really carrying out his duty and letting things fall through the cracks. So that is what this helps you to do. And once you've done that, then this becomes available when you go into your service planning. Then this becomes useful. So for example, if you go into a service plan, let's go into the pastoral service planning, for example, here. Now, because we've assigned Calvary Dawn here, you will not see the auto assign here immediately. So, but let's remove Calvary Dawn. Now you see that the auto assign function comes, which means that do you want the system to automatically assign a minister to this role based on the understanding of either the round robin or the load scheduling. So if you click this, then you see it assigns a different person, Emmanuel Simon, to this particular role. So but of course you can always override it if you think it is not the right, but at least it gives you an indication. So we know that assignment of roles is a spiritual work as well. So that is why. But if you want to, it's always the starting point. But the system helps you to also have a bit of guidance and insight, and you can do this in any way that it suits you. So it's quite flexible. Now, so that is how you utilize the auto assign function here. Now let's look at the next tab, which is the manage attendance. Now this is a feature that allows you to update the numbers that you have entered for your attendance. So here you have night vigil, service, you have the Sunday service and others, so which is something that you have already entered here. But if you think that the numbers are not correct, maybe you had more men that you had entered, and then you want to correct it, all you need to do is to come here and click the numbers. Maybe the number should actually be 80. You click it, then you say save change. It will require you to put in your password as admin, because this is a major change to the data you have, you're reporting. So this would automatically be entered as a major change. So you need to enter your password to do that. And once you enter your password, it will accept this change, and then it will report it into your system. So you can always do that, and you can select the kind of service you want to change. With Sunday service, or the night video service you want to change, you can excuse me. So you can do that for you. You can also select what you want to change. Okay, now let's look at the other things. You can select the dates. After a while you have a lot of data. You can select the date range that you want to search for the data that you want to update, so you can always do that. So this is how you create your service. So this is how you create your service. Use the add service button, fill in your details of the service, create it, then you have your service card here, and then you can always add your attendance numbers here. You can edit the service, you can see this as template. You can look at the calendar as well, and then you can do a lot of things from here. You can generate your service plan. Service plan, you can always view it. You can download it. You can, from here, you can see your service plan. You can print it out. So just do what you want to do. Okay, so that's how you get on with this. I hope this helps you to start using ChargeCentral Cloud to manage your services, schedule it. The other thing is that all the people that you select for the services as well, they will receive notification through email and text message that they've been scheduled for service, and they will also receive the reminders as well automatically once you have scheduled that. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. Then just send us email at support@ChargeCentral Cloud, and our team will respond to you. And if you want to ask any question immediately, you can ask the bot here. Just ask a question. How do I create services for my church service? Do that. Okay, so go to services, add services, service name, date, time, frequency. You can also assign affiliate ministers, click save. So all that you have learned here is on this place. Okay, thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Hope this helps you to start using this platform for your services.